Ever wondered how the iconic rock band Nirvana was formed? Well, let's turn the clock back to the late 80s to the small logging town of Aberdeen, Washington. It was here that two high school dropouts, Kurt Cobain and Chris Novoselic, first crossed paths. United by a shared disdain for the traditional macho culture of their town and a deep love for punk rock, an unlikely friendship was born. Cobain, the introspective artist, and Novoselic, the laid-back bassist, spent countless hours jamming in their garages, refining their sound, and dreaming of making it big. Their early days were filled with struggles, from finding a stable drummer to playing in near-empty venues. But they remained undeterred. Their first gig, a house party in Raymond, Washington, was a far cry from their future stadium concerts, but even then, their raw energy was palpable. And so, with a shared passion for music, Nirvana was born. At the heart of Nirvana was Kurt Cobain. This enigmatic frontman was more than just the lead singer. He was the soul and spirit of the band. Born in Aberdeen, Washington, Cobain's early life was marked by a love for art and music. These passions would later form the bedrock of Nirvana's groundbreaking sound. Cobain was deeply influenced by punk rock and its ethos of raw, unvarnished expression. This influence seeped into his own songwriting, resulting in a unique blend of melodious hooks and abrasive, angst-ridden lyrics. His songs were a mirror, reflecting his inner turmoil, his struggles, and his observations about life. In Nirvana, Cobain found the perfect platform to showcase his distinctive style. His vocals, a blend of howls, screams, and whispers, became the band's signature, resonating with a generation caught in the throes of its own angst. Cobain's performances were electrifying, his presence undeniable. He commanded the stage with an intensity that was both captivating and unsettling. His role in the band was all-encompassing. Beyond vocals and songwriting, Cobain was instrumental in shaping Nirvana's identity. He was heavily involved in everything from album art to music videos, ensuring each element reflected the band's ethos and his own artistic vision. Cobain's influence extended beyond Nirvana, impacting the entire music world. His raw, unfiltered style redefined rock music, setting the stage for a grunge revolution that would dominate the 90s. Cobain, with his raw talent and charisma, was the driving force behind Nirvana's success. His contribution to music continues to inspire and influence artists around the world. His legacy, much like his music, remains undeniably powerful and profoundly impactful. Nirvana's music? It's a blend of raw emotion and grunge rock. A powerful manifestation of this is their debut album, Bleach. Released in 1989, it introduced us to the band's raw and edgy sound, setting the stage for what was to come. 2 years later, they gifted us with Nevermind. This album took the world by storm thanks to its breakout hit, Smells Like Teen Spirit. The anarchic anthem of a generation, it catapulted Nirvana from obscurity to the forefront of the rock scene virtually overnight. Then in 1993 came In Utero. This album was a bold departure from Nevermind's polished sound. It was raw, it was visceral, it was Nirvana at their most vulnerable. As we journey through Nirvana's discography, we see a band that was unafraid to evolve, to push boundaries, to bare their souls through their music. Each album was a testament to Nirvana's evolving sound and growing popularity. And then came Smells Like Teen Spirit. It was more than just a track on Nirvana's second album, Nevermind. It was the sonic embodiment of a cultural shift, a raw, visceral representation of teen angst and rebellion that resonated deeply with an entire generation. It was the moment Nirvana seized the reins of the music industry, redirecting the course of rock music and leaving an indelible mark on popular culture. Smells Like Teen Spirit shattered conventions with its unique blend of raucous guitars and introspective lyrics. It captured the spirit of the grunge movement, amplifying it to a global audience. It was a song that didn't just define Nirvana, it defined an era. In a moment of pure serendipity, Nirvana found themselves in the eye of a cultural hurricane, and Smells Like Teen Spirit was the storm's epicenter. It wasn't just a song, it was an anthem for a disillusioned generation. But Nirvana's story was tragically cut short. In the early spring of 1994, the world was stunned by the loss of Nirvana's charismatic frontman, Kurt Cobain. His untimely death left a gaping hole in the heart of the music world, an echo of the raw and powerful voice that had once been. Cobain, known for his introspective lyrics and evocative performances, was more than a musician. He was a symbol of his generation. His struggle with fame, with the pressures of the industry, and with his own personal demons were all too real and all too relatable. When news of his death broke, it sent a shockwave through the music world. leaving fans and fellow musicians alike to grapple with the devastating loss. The circumstances surrounding his death remain shrouded in mystery and speculation, further adding to the sense of loss and confusion. Cobain's death marked a heartbreaking end to Nirvana's journey. Despite their short-lived journey, Nirvana left an indelible mark on the music world. Their influence stretched far beyond the Seattle grunge scene they helped define, reaching into the very heart of mainstream rock. The raw, unfiltered emotion of their music, combined with their distinctive, stripped-back sound, challenged the status quo and opened the door for a new wave of musicians to make their mark. Even after the tragic loss of Kurt Cobain, the band's influence remained undiminished. The posthumous release of the album MTV Unplugged in New York in November 1994, 7 months after Cobain's death, was a poignant reminder of Nirvana's unique talent. The album, full of acoustic renditions of their most popular songs, showcased the band's versatility and the depth of Cobain's songwriting. In the years that followed, the release of other posthumous albums like From the Muddy Banks of the Wishkah and Nirvana kept the band's music alive. These releases not only provided fans with previously unheard material, but also introduced a new generation to the grunge movement and the magic of Nirvana. The band's influence can still be heard in today's music landscape. They paved the way for countless bands who have drawn inspiration from their raw sound and candid lyrics. It's not just about the music though. Nirvana's rebellious spirit, their disdain for the mainstream, and their commitment to authenticity have become guiding principles for many in the music industry. Nirvana's legacy also lives on in the continued fascination with their music and story. The band's albums continue to sell, their songs are still played on radio stations worldwide, and Kurt Cobain remains a cultural icon, his image and quotes widely shared among fans. Nirvana's impact on music is undeniable. They challenged conventions, broke boundaries, and left us with a body of work that continues to inspire and captivate. Their contribution to music is as relevant today as it was in the early 90s. Though Nirvana's journey was brief, their music continues to resonate with fans around the world. Their legacy is a testament to their talent, their vision, and the power of music to touch lives and influence culture. Nirvana's music didn't end with Cobain's death. Indeed, the echoes of Nirvana's groundbreaking sound kept resonating throughout the music industry long after their frontman's untimely demise. In the years following Cobain's passing, several posthumous releases helped keep Nirvana's flame burning bright. The first of these, coming just months after Cobain's death, was the hauntingly beautiful MTV Unplugged in New York album. This live acoustic performance showcased a softer, more introspective side of Nirvana, and it was met with universal acclaim. Later releases included From the Muddy Banks of the Wishkah and the compilation album Nirvana. Then, in 2004, with The Lights Out, a box set featuring rare and unreleased tracks, provided fans with a precious glimpse into the band's creative process. Nirvana reunions have also taken place, albeit with different vocalists filling Cobain's shoes. The surviving members, Dave Grohl and Chris Novoselic, joined forces on several occasions, most notably during the band's induction into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame in 2014. Guest vocalists included Joan Jett and Kim Gordon, among others, paying homage to Nirvana and to Cobain's enduring influence. These reunions and posthumous releases have ensured that Nirvana's music continues to inspire and captivate new generations of listeners. Nirvana may be gone, but their music and legacy are far from forgotten.